Hello, how are you today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Karen Barno. It's good to see you. I don't know why I say that because clearly you know who I am. I want to talk to you today about resilience. I was listening to, actually I was talking to a VIP coaching client earlier today, and we were talking about resilience because she was like, how were you able to overcome what you overcame? And it's just resilience. I find that people that are the most, I don't want to say successful, but they're able to change a little bit more easily and effortlessly is they're resilient. They're Gumbys. Remember Gumbys, the little two guys and two legs, and you mold them all over? They're able to see that if they can do course corrections faster, that they'll be able to get to their end goal quicker. People that get stuck in place, people that don't move fast, are typically held back by fear. They're afraid that if they move out of their one spot, they're in their comfort zone, things will change dramatically. And probably they're right, things will change, but change is good. Now, a lot of change at one time, it depends on who you are, but you've got to have that ability to keep going. You've got to have that ability that when you're sitting there, you know, I call it the dark night, well, everybody calls it the dark night of the soul, and you're in your bathroom, you're sobbing, or you're sitting in your car like I was years ago when I got that, you know, speeding ticket that I knew I couldn't afford to pay, and I had let my family down again by just my reckless nature, and just sobbing and sobbing. I had to know that there could be more. You have to know that there's more there. That if you get up and brush yourself off, you can keep going. To be resilient in this world that is filled with constant twists and turns, and some you can predict and some are totally unpredictable. I mean, if you would have told me I'd be homeless, I would have said absolutely not. If you would have told me that I would be upset and crying over a $100 speeding ticket back then, I'd be absolutely not. But yet I was, because that was where I was in that moment in time. So it's the flexibility that you need as you decide to move forward in your life. It's the flexibility of, you know, whatever it is that's holding you back, whether it's the job you're in, the marriage you're in, the situation you're in that's holding you back. You have to have, first and foremost, hope. You have to have hope of a better day, a hope of a better minute. Sometimes it was just, you know, a hope of a better 5 minutes from where I was at that moment in time. And then you have to be resilient enough, Gumby enough, to be willing to look within and say, what do I need to change today? What's not working for me right now? And taking leadership of yourself. You can't expect other people to help you move forward. You can, you know, hope for guides and, you know, coaches and people that will guide you through the path or kind of tell you where things are going right and going wrong. But to hope that somebody's going to take you by the hand doesn't work, because then you're living their life and not your life. You know, when you get these coaches that are like telling you, well, you need to do this, this, and this, you do it, you end up maybe not better off because it wasn't your plan. You have to walk your path. You have to do your thing. And that's why it's good to have guides and mentors, and the universe will send you guides and mentors, but you've got to make your choices. And you have to be resilient in, you know, when you decide to go left and you go left for a little bit and it's like, well, this isn't right, and be able to turn around and go right. To roll with the punches. I mean, there's a million cliches, but taking leadership of who you are and taking leadership of your change will help you move forward. Because none of us, when we're born, before we're born, we all have a purpose. Each one of us has a unique, specific purpose. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your perspective, we forget that purpose as soon as we're born. And so our journey through this life is to figure out who we really are and what our purpose is. And like I've said before, some people find their purpose like that. And, you know, when they're 4 years old, they want to be a veterinarian, and here they're 50 and they're a veterinarian and love it. Other people like me have struggled to try to figure out what my true purpose is, but some of that's fear. Some of that's, you know, not being confident in yourself to admit what your purpose is. Some of it is you get so caught up in living your life. You get so caught up with putting one step in front of the next step in front of the next step that you don't have time to stop and look and say, who am I? And that's where the resilience comes in, because sometimes when you're living that life of one step in front of the next step in front of the next step, every once in a while you look up and you say, like I am right now, going, man, it's overcast there. Wonder where the rain's coming from. You look up and you say, is this it? Is this my life? But then for the most part, a lot of women, until they get to about 45 or 50, put their head back down and keep going. And you keep looking up, and it's the resilience that there's gonna be that one time you're gonna look up and say, this can't be it. There has to be more. There has to be, I have to be here for a grander purpose. And that's what scares the crap out of most of us, is we're here for such a large purpose that it scares the shit out of us, and so we won't admit it, so we play small, which is a video for another day. My point is by owning your own path. But you've got to be willing to do it. You've got to know that you're going to get knocked down. You got to know there's going to be a lot of successes and a lot of failures. I mean, from the moment I sat in my car sobbing over that speeding ticket, I've had a lot of failures and I've had a lot of great, amazing successes. The key is you got to keep getting up, dusting yourself off, and moving forward, because you have to know that you're bigger and greater than you can imagine. And it's up to you to keep going until you find that bigger, greater purpose, that bigger, greater person. And then when you get to that point, you look around and say, well, there's got to be more. If I can do this, I can do that. And that's when it's awesome. Because then you start bringing in all the spiritual laws, you start bringing in all the universe's encouragement to help you even go further and further. But when you're first starting to change, it really is just baby steps. When you're first starting to figure it out, it really is picking yourself up off that bathroom floor late at night sobbing and saying, I've got to be able to do this. I've got to figure it out. So take leadership of who you are, be resilient, and just keep going. Because the people that keep going win. The people that stop, not so much. The people that keep going find their rainbow. They find their, and I don't like pot of gold, but they're pot of gold. Because they were resilient and they just kept going. So don't give up. You can take a break. I mean, I took a lot of breaks where it was like, I just can't keep doing this. I am going to forever be a screw up. And then, you know, whether it was 2 months, 6 months, or a year later, it's like, okay, I'm ready to get back in the game. I'm ready to keep going to change. And here I am, 61, just had my birthday. Yeah, happy birthday. I still have so much I want to do and so much I want to accomplish and so much I have to change within. Resilience, baby. That's the key. Let me know if you have any questions. Remember what I say, sharing is caring. Share this with all your friends, neighbors, everybody that you think can benefit from this. If you're on my YouTube station, don't forget to give me a subscribe. If you're on my Facebook page, turn on the notifications so you know when I go live. I usually go live Monday through Friday. Very seldom do it on the weekends. I figure I'll need a break. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Here's to the gold, love and gold dust in the ear. Bye-bye.